Hey guys, how's it going? It's Orit here. In this video, we're going to talk about breaking out of victim mentality. So I want to start off by sharing a story. I have this friend and she's constantly in my Facebook feed. And every time I see posts from her, it's always something negative. It's always about her stating what's happening to her and how terrible her circumstances are right now. And things aren't working out for her. She's maybe not cut out for this artist business, this industry. Her car broke down, or someone wronged her. She literally posts things like this all the time. And I know she's a strong woman. I know she is talented, and I know she's a lot better than this. But it's so difficult for her to see that because she is stuck in this victim mentality. And that's really the first thing that needs to happen in order for you to break out of victim mentality, is for you to realize that you are in it. So what is this victim mentality? How do you even know if that's something that you are experiencing right now? I'm going to share with you 4 main signs to know that kind of help you identify whether or not you're in victim mentality. So number 1 is constantly blaming others for your circumstances. So constantly blaming a family member, a friend, society, the government, the world, absolutely everyone and anything except for yourself. Now, this can kind of seem weird because, there are things that other people do to you and you're like, what, I shouldn't blame other people? But it's not about that. It's just always never looking inwards and always looking outwards. It can kind of feel strange sometimes as well to look inwards and say, what, I was at fault. I was at fault for that, and it doesn't make sense. But the thing is that we always attract things and circumstances and people and events to us at the same energy that we put out. Another sign is constantly telling people that your circumstances are terrible, horrible, bad, negative all the time. So if you know somebody who's always sharing a sob story of some sort, how you had a terrible day today, how it didn't work, you couldn't find a job today, how you hit your toe on the bedpost and it's just so painful right now, how you're sick, how you are so tired all the time, how you got stuck with a parking ticket when it's just the worst possible time that it could happen. So if you're stuck in this victim mentality, you're doing this because you constantly need that external validation from other people. Almost like you want people to pity you or to sympathize with you, because you think it's going to make you feel better somehow. But in actuality, pity and this, it's not a positive thing to receive from other people. Another sign, the third sign, is just having this ongoing belief that everyone in the world and the universe is against you, that everyone's out to get you, that you're just not, you feel like it's you against the world the entire time. And something that goes hand in hand with that, sign number 4, is that you just feel totally powerless and defeated. And it's really because you have given your power away. You feel powerless because you've given it all away to everybody else that you blame, to the world, to the universe. It's always there and it's not within here. So that is victim mentality. And the only way that you can overcome that is number 1, first thing is to own it, is to identify that you are in this state, because that is going to be the acknowledgement in order to make a change, in order to get out of this victim mentality, in order to take your own power back to change your life. So what do you do? Once you've acknowledged that, you realize that, you understand that you do have this victim mentality, and it's really hard. It is. I've been there. It's hard to get out of that. But once you acknowledge that, what do? You got to take inventory of your circumstances. You got to say, okay, this is what's happening to me right now. This is what's going on for me right now. And you got to ask yourself, is it truly, really the world that is making this happen to me? Is it really that person that is making this happen to me? Validate your feelings. Acknowledge them. Well, how do you feel right now? And accept that. Accept that you feel crappy, powerless, all this kind of stuff right now. Now, you identifying all of that stuff is the story that you're telling yourself. And the way to change that story is simply by changing that story. You got to tell yourself a new story. Maybe change your story to, you know what, this happened to me, it totally sucks, but you know what, I learned something from it. And I'm not going to let that hold me back. I'm not going to let that pull me backwards, because I want to move forward. I want to take my power back and I want to move forward. I want to achieve my goals. And I don't want to let this particular thing hold me back. You got to realize that the story, the old story that you're telling yourself, is just not serving you. The story of, I'm a victim, everything is happening to me, everyone else is to blame. That story is not serving you positively in any way, because the energy that you put out there, this energy, this negative energy, is just allowing you to attract more and more of the same thing. That's why it feels like it keeps happening again and again and again, is because you're attracting it. I know some people might not agree with that theory, but that is truly my belief. So tell yourself a new story. Tell yourself that you've learned something. Tell yourself that you're always moving on to a better place. Tell yourself that you're always getting better, that you're always improving, that you aren't that person anymore. Realize that whatever that is, it happened for a reason. It happened to you for a reason. The universe won't give you circumstances unless it knows that you can handle it. And there is a lesson to be learned within every circumstance, every negative thing that can happen to you. That is what I truly, truly believe. So take that new story with you, constantly repeat it to yourself, and realize what you have to be grateful for right now. You're receiving information right now through some technological advice. I'm assuming under a roof, unless you're outside, which in that case, it's amazing to be outside, to breathe fresh air, to be able to even breathe, to have life, to live. These are things that you should be grateful for, and acknowledge what you're grateful for. The key really is to make a habit out of constantly recognizing that victim mentality, this habit loop that you've developed, and to recognize it all the time it comes up, and to constantly shift it into a more positive light. That is what's going to help you break out of victim mentality. And that's what's going to help you stop letting it be a crutch and holding you back from what you want to achieve in your life. So guys, that's it for this video. I really hope this has helped you. If you have any questions or you want to share anything with me, please feel free to leave it down in the comments below this video. I would love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and again, leaving a comment down below for us. And if you found this video helpful, please let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching this video, for tuning in this Mind Thrive Thursdays, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Back from the dead.